J-Man. Fighter of the night man. Alright, yeah, that's enough of that. That's enough. Have you watched that episode of the
Yes.
It's great, isn't
I haven't
it?
got to the musical one, though. They do a musical.
Oh, they did a musical version. There's actually a live version of that. It's very good.
Yeah, I found a cover by Ace Waters on YouTube.
I know, I watched it.
Yeah,
and I was instantly disappointed.
I love that guy.
But then I immediately...
He looks like a bearded version of Nick from... Well, a more bearded version of Nick from Continue Show.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. But then I went and I watched Rod Stewart hanging out with James Corden in a car. Oh. And a little twinge, like, oh, I like Rod Stewart now. I didn't like him a couple of months ago.
You love Rod.
In Rod we trust.
Yeah. Anyway, we should intro the show.
Welcome to Critapocalypse.
Which one is it?
21!
Congratulations.
We're so close to a year.
Oh.
It's almost...
Actually, it's almost like it'll be a year on episode 23, won't it? Because we've had 2 weeks now where we've skipped
We had 2 weeks where we skipped, so this would be episode 22. But thanks to time...
we're back on schedule.
Yeah. Thanks to time being linear, we can't go back and re-record. So, fuck it. Sorry, guys. Sorry the universe let you down. Sorry your parents don't love you, but we love you. What news have we got? What craziness has happened to us?
Well, we took a week off because of Eid.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously. Eid Mubarak.
Yep.
Mubarak, or whatever it is, they say. You got to do a review.
Well, before we do a review, I am going to announce that Critapocalypse is now on Twitter. We are also on iPodder, Stitcher, iTunes, and SoundCloud.
I don't know what any of those things are.
They're podcast programs and radio stations. So if we're popular, if you vote for us and if you leave nice reviews for us, then we can, it adds to our rating. And also contact us on Twitter. Because I love talking to people. I'm the one who manages the Twitter, so I'm a friendly face. And you've never seen my face. Fuck! We've ruined it. No, it's fine.
It's okay, I can describe.
No.
You look kind of like Eric Stoltz.
You can put
mask.
my Facebook picture up. You can put my Facebook picture up where I'm covered in jizz. I mean, sun cream. I mean, salty cream. I mean, jizz.
Oh, that's pear.
Anyway, so... yes, this week, my first review, I'm on my email, so I'm just going to go back to my thing so I can bring up my reviews. My first review this week is going to be a little known film called Sharknado 3.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, hell no.
Chris Jericho's in this, isn't he?
He is. He's
Chris
also in
Irvine.
Fozzie, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him live twice.
Yeah, he finally admitted that he's Mongoose McQueen a few years ago.
Who?
Mongoose McQueen's the lead singer of Fozzie.
Oh.
But everyone was like, no, it's quite clearly Chris Jericho. He's like, I don't know who this guy is.
Who gives a fuck? We're about to talk about something. So anyway, Sharknado 3 is another in the Sharknado series of movies about oscillating weather conditions that create the perfect situation for a shark to fly up in the air and attack people. Apparently, it also causes sharks to become much like butter in texture because they can be sliced through with many implements.
Oh.
Yeah?
It's because they designed one shark and they had a nice rig that they could split it apart on. And they're going to use that.
Do you think these people know what they're doing to the world?
Is it like Jaws? Is it not really about the shark?
It's fucking terrible. It's the worst. It's bad. You know
Is
how
Tara
they
Reid still in it?
Yeah. She mumbles away for a few scenes.
Do you still taste cigarettes in your mouth when you
More
watch her?
about that later. That'd be hot. More about that later. So, the setup for Sharknado 3 is... The first one, it was someplace. The second one, it was some other place. And this one, it's a bigger place.
Oh.
That's it. Just sharks are in a fucking spinning wind tunnel.
Whirling dervish.
And they're flying about the place, biting people and killing people. Frankie Muniz is there. I thought he was better than this.
What's that film he was in where he was a pizza delivery guy superhero? Was it Pizza Man or something like that? Have you not seen that?
No.
No. Oh.
No. So, alright, so I'm gonna just... spoilers! Frankie Muniz dies.
Fuck yes.
Mark Cuban, isn't it? I didn't know who that was until I googled Mark Cuban. In the film, I thought he was the same guy who played the bad guy in The Mask with Jim Carrey.
No, I always thought the guy who played the bad guy in The Mask was Robert Darby, and then I realised it wasn't.
No, I kind of thought it was Robert Darby for a little while as well. But no, he looks like, at the end of The Mask where he gets all puffed up and he's got the green face.
Yeah.
He looks like that if the face was pink. That's what Mark Cuban looks like.
You sure you're not looking at...
fucking stupid. And he's the president of the United States. He's like, I'm indicting you into the order of the chainsaw. Because he chainsaws sharks, doesn't he?
Who's the
Because
guy
it's
with the
fucking
weird
hilarious,
face?
isn't it? It's fucking stupid is what it is. They have a gun that shoots electric rays that stops the Sharknado. It's just shit, man. What is it?
Pizza Man, starring Frankie Muniz.
Alright, well, I'll probably watch that. Anyway, Sharknado 3 is just so fucking bad. And Sharknado 2 was bad. Sharknado 1 was campy and stupid. And people were like, oh, this is campy and stupid. I'm kind of into this. But then they kept doing it. And they're just getting worse.
I've explained my stance on Asylum films before. Those guys do not give a shit what they're making.
No, they don't. But that's the thing, right? Do you think
not the right sort of not give a shit?
I don't think it is that they don't give a shit. I think they're trying to make a good film on the lowest possible budget.
I don't think they are.
The least amount of effort.
There's no passion, no love in there.
But that's the thing. Like, if you just wanted to do Transformers, you would just have the story of boy.
They did though. They did Transmorphers.
Transmorphers wasn't anything to do with the story of Transformers. It wasn't even an attempt to do the same thing. They tried to make an original piece.
You've seen Transmorphers 2.
But then they banked on the name being the draw by mistake because they didn't think that it was a strong enough product to sell.
Transmorphers wasn't even good enough to shine the GoBot shoes, man.
So fucking bad. But all of their films are bad. But I think they're bad because they're just bad at making films. I don't think they're bad because they want them to be. They don't knock out
Titanic 2, haven't you?
Yeah. But I just think that bad films exist, right? There are bad films out there. There are films like Miami Connection that are bad because they're poorly made, because incompetent people did it. But they did it with every fucking ounce of their being.
Ed Wood theory.
Every tiny little iota of their being was put into that fucking thing. That is celluloid perfection based solely on the fucking beautiful emotions that are being cascaded at you from these incomprehensible idiots. And they're trying so hard, and it's just lovely. But then you watch something like Sharknado, and you got this Ian Ziering guy who looks like he's just got out of a coma. He does a Tom Cruise and runs across the beachfront, and you look at it, you go, you're 50 years old. Stop it.
Titanic, where their big star wasn't even Shane Van Dyke. It was the guy who was in X-Men, wasn't it? The one who was Senator Kelly in X-Men. And
yeah.
He spends the whole film sat inside what's basically a helicopter interior set.
Nice.
Like, fuck those films. I've done one Asylum film review on my channel. I'm not doing it on my website.
I've watched a few in the hopes that, Michael J. White, might elevate the proceedings, but it doesn't.
Black
Everything is so bad.
He threw that shit before he came in the room.
I just wish that they, like Arachnoquake? That was a hit it and quit it moment. Arachnoquake. It's stupid, it's silly, we've done it. Mega Shark. Fine. Done.
Isn't there a three-headed shark film coming out? Yeah. They should do a prequel to those films, man.
Like Octoshark, and now they've got Octoshark versus Werewhale. And
Werewhale?
It's like a werewolf whale. It's a giant whale werewolf man thing. And it's ridiculous.
Wouldn't a whale be a man who turns into a whale?
No, it's a man who turns into a whale wolf. Yeah. So, that shit's campy and stupid, and it's like the schlocky 80s stuff, but done with CGI, which is what makes it bad. If they did it with practical effects and they had it a bit like The Flight, it was gross and it's humorous and it's stupid and it's still shitty, but it's shitty in a way that you've actually tried. You haven't just plugged your MacBook into it.
In 10, 15 years, Red Letter Media are going to have their films on the wheel of the worst, man.
Yeah.
They're going to be spinning around. They're going to get that Sherlock Holmes film, which is pretty much a Doctor Who film.
Yeah. They're just sitting there they're like, hey, you remember the Asylum? Because they're old now. So I imagine they're going to be 900 by this time. What? You remember that
movies?
You remember the Power Rangers with the Power and the Rangers?
That's right, Jay.
And on to the next segment.
Shut the fuck up, you piece of fucking shit.
We're going off on a tangent. I give Sharknado an Adam Sandler. It is shit. It is deplorable shit. But I would rather watch Sharknado 3 than Pixels.
Didn't go see Pixels, did you?
No. But would you rather watch Pixels than Sharknado 3?
I want to see Pixels.
Which would you rather watch? If someone had a gun to your head and they said, I'm going to make you watch a fucking movie.
Fuck, man.
Which would you rather?
I'll take the gun to my head.
You'd take the bullet.
Fuck yeah.
You'd ride the lightning.
I've refused to review any more Asylum films.
Yeah, but you don't need to review it. You just need to watch it. It's an hour and a half of your life
then
gone.
Again, I got through Jack and Jill. Pixels can't be as bad as Jack and Jill.
Have you seen the reviews?
Nah.
They're really bad.
Does Armand White like it? Once Armand White likes it, I know it's utter shit. He thinks the Transformers films are masterpieces.
I don't know. I don't even know who that is.
Oh, he's terrible. He got in a strop because he got kicked off of Rotten Tomatoes ratings. Right, so shall I review a thing?
Yeah, review a thing.
We're going to start with an ickle game that I've been playing called Card Hunter. It's really, really nice. I liked the look of it when I first saw it because it looked a bit like Hero Quest, and I am on a quest, a quest of sorts, to find a new Hero Quest. I would love a new version of Hero Quest. I would love it if Milton Bradley, if Milton Bradley just released the fucking board game again.
Can you get it on eBay? Should I buy
Yeah,
Hero
you probably
Quest?
could. It's great, man.
How much is it? Like, what's a good price for Hero Quest?
I don't know, probably about 20, 30 quid. You'd be lucky if you can get ones with the pieces in good condition and all the pages that you need.
It has pieces. It's one of those games.
I've got a copy somewhere, but it got trodden on a lot. Probably just buy the pieces. Anyway, this game, it looks like Hero Quest at first glance. You get like a board and it's got a bunch of rooms or layout on it. Yeah. The way it works is you have like your little characters who are player pieces, and you can buy new player pieces so you can change them around. Because it's a free-to-play game, so you have your pizza slices are your money. And you have you draw a set of cards for each character you've got. You've got 3 characters on your team. Yeah. And every item you have comes with a set of cards attached to it. So the way you build your character is you choose what items you want to make sure you've got the powers that complement each other. So say my wizard's got a power that boosts his lightning attack on one of his arcane artifacts.
Yeah.
So you want to give him a staff that has lightning attacks on it and things like that. But you do want to mix it up a bit because you want to have flame attacks and things for different situations. And every turn you play your moves. You might only have one move card, so you can only move once, and you've got to think tactically. It's like a tactical battle strategy thing. But it's all wrapped up in the guise of being a tabletop RPG. Complete with a GM playing against you, telling the story. Yeah. You can play online and all this sort of stuff. What's brilliant about it, if you watch my video, you'll see, it's a free-to-play game that doesn't nag you to buy stuff. I don't believe you. There's no energy system to stop you from playing. If you beat a dungeon, then it goes into a cooldown for 24 hours, but you can still play it just for lesser rewards. So if you want to get a little bit of if you want to play it again because you like playing those battles and practice, you can again. But after 24 hours, it resets so you can play it as it was originally. But as you play through the game, they give you pizza slices to buy certain things to go. You can buy character cards.
Slices.
Pizza slices are your premium currency, as it were, in the game. The one that you can buy if you want to buy new stuff.
Okay.
But as you go through the tutorials and the first few levels of the game, they give you those pizza slices to buy things in the game, but it doesn't make you buy them. You can just exit out and carry on. And the developers even say in the game, you don't have to spend them now. You can just keep these pizza slices handy and save them for later. There's a whole bunch of dungeons that are sold in packs with extra character cards and stuff like that, and you can buy any part of that individually that you want, rather than buying the full thing in a bundle. So if you don't want all the character cards, you can just buy the bundle of the books, or you can buy the individual dungeon part of that adventure.
Okay.
Really nicely designed. So if you want the sci-fi looking dwarf, you can buy just the sci-fi looking dwarf, or you can buy the complete sci-fi set. They've got other things in there, they've got this membership thing, doesn't cost too much. You'd have enough pizza slices after 2 of the tutorials to pay for it for a week. Yeah. Where every time you open your treasure chest, you get a bonus item. So it'll be a bonus item that's at least as rare as the rarity you're at now.
So it'd be like a daily gift.
You'll get it every level you complete.
Oh.
So you'll get a bonus every time you finish a stage. So some dungeons have 3 or 4 stages in them, so you'll get one every time you complete a stage. It's really fairly designed. It doesn't nag you, it doesn't push you. You can play online and play against people on there. If you can't find an online game, it'll put you against an AI, so you can play against Gary, the GM. So if you have any troubles getting
General manager?
Yeah, because it's a tabletop RPG. He's your GM. He's your character talking to you all the time. He doesn't quite understand things and has a crush on the pizza delivery girl.
This sounds a lot like Talisman.
It's got what's the one that's really similar to it a while ago that I was playing? I don't know. I never played Talisman. Was it like a tabletop RPG simulator?
Yeah, you get a board, and then the board has 16
It reminds me of what's that one that you played on?
Oh, Knights of Pen and Paper.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
It reminds me a little bit like that, but a strategy game rather than a turn-based combat.
Okay.
But I did a video a week or so ago, and I'm really enjoying it. It could do with scaled up graphics because it was designed for a web browser originally, and they've put it on PC. And when you upscale it to 1080p, the font hasn't scaled with it, so the font's tiny.
It's on Android.
No, I think it's only web browser only. I don't think they've done an Android version. Yeah. It would be very tricky to play on Android with that. But there's nice little details. Every time you're looking, you're always looking at the table, and you can move the camera around, and you can see playing cards and dice and stuff like that lying around it.
Yeah, so you see
yeah. It's got that, like micro machines when you can see other parts outside the table. You can see pens and stuff like that. But it's a really nicely designed game. Really fun. It's pretty tricky, but it will always give you a hint, and the hints are actually useful hints. It is literally, do you have Troll's Bane? Fucking equip that dude. But I'm really liking it. I think it's a really good RPG, and it's free. And it's the sort of thing where I would consider buying the expansion packs for it. I haven't brought any of the expansion individual levels because I'm trying to decide if I want to buy the full bundle.
Yeah.
Because they're about $12.99, $11.99 for the bundles. One of them's $19.99, but it is a lot in there. There's like 11 adventures.
So wait, how much is the expansion altogether?
The free expansion separately will probably be about 35, 40 quid, I think. Actually, I think it's in dollars, so it might be cheaper.
Yeah, it might be like £26.
Yeah,
75.
but there's a lot of... They've got 3 separate full adventures, and each one's like 11, 12 levels. Some of them are level specific, so you need characters that are like level 7 or 8 or 18 or something.
Yeah.
The first bundle pack you can buy, it scales to whatever level you're at. There's also this section called Mauve Manticore, which is levels created by other players.
Oh, cool.
And apparently they're ridiculously difficult and kind of... like puzzles to try and solve.
Yeah.
I haven't done them yet because I've got it there, but I don't want to go near it because I've heard they're difficult.
Okay.
But there's no penalty for losing. If you lose, you just retry the battle.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then there's none of that bullshit where your character's health, you have to wait for it to regenerate. Just when you're on the next battle, they're back to full health.
Cool.
So it's a really fairly designed, nicely made, free-to-play RPG.
They'll change that because they're not making enough money.
Yeah, probably. It's been going for 2 years, apparently, on web browser, and now it's on Steam. The first day it was on Steam, their servers couldn't handle it anymore. So they had to upgrade the servers a whole bunch.
I've got a gross thing in my nose.
Sweet, you should eat it.
No, I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to put it in this can here.
Anyway, you review something.
Well, wait a second. Wait a cotton-picking minute there, sir.
Dealing with your bogey.
I am dealing with a bogey. That's gone now. I'm also enjoying my delicious Hogan, which I'm going to take another sip of. Just before I start talking. 1 second, ladies and gentlemen, there's technical difficulties here. Isn't that the song from Community? Whenever they're listening to something, like they put the radio on and there's always that really simple ditty and it's just like...
I've not seen Community in ages.
Oh, it's such a good series. Anyway... My next review, ladies and gentlemen, holding there, sitting, waiting, bated breath, gently glistening out, moisture excavating your body. I am going to talk about something brand new, brand spanking new. No one's ever heard of it before. You might have heard of it. That's why you're listening. Halo 2.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Halo 2 from the Master Chief Collection. It's got upgraded visuals, don't you know? And
you're milking that Master Chief Collection for reviews.
Look, right.
You should play Alpha Bear.
What?
You should play Alpha Bear.
What?
It's a game where you like make words and then the words turn into bears.
Fuck that shit.
And it makes hilarious little...
Oh, I'm sure they're funny. Do people put the word penis in?
Well... I may have used the word boners.
Alright.
And
did you put boner jams or just boners?
No, and it came up with that.
I enjoy a warm glass of boners before bread.
Before bed.
I said bread.
Yeah, but yeah.
Some people like our carbohydrates with some dick.
Alpha
anyway,
good fun.
I'm going to talk about Halo 2, which is a game... God, it's got to be like...
It's 10 years old now.
Yeah, 10 years. It's been re-released in the Master Chief Collection. It's excellent. It's as good as it was before, if not better. One of the nice little features is you can downgrade the visuals so you can see it as it was before. And my God, time has gone on. I've been talking to that person. That
Ducks Ahoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been tweeting at her as Critapocalypse. She probably thinks it's you. She's like, oh, Ant is so charming. Why is he so charming all of a sudden?
She doesn't talk like that. She's American.
Why does American? Why does Ant got all charming like?
Anyway, you're reviewing Halo 2, which we played 10 years ago.
Yeah, which a common folk played 10 years ago. Games are cyclical. They come back around.
Just like beepers.
Yeah. 1 sec, I've got a message on my booper. My booper. Anyway, so I'm becoming hysterical. It says Hogan. So yeah, Halo 2. One of the things that I really liked on Halo before was the multiplayer. Like, the problem is that back then multiplayer I didn't play it online. I played it with people in a room.
Yeah,
so now
we did in the old days.
Yeah, now when I'm playing online multiplayer, they're four versus four people.
Yeah,
and it's nice. It's actually really nice. You know how like Battlefield's like, oh, you've got 64 people and it's just a fucking chaotic mess.
Battlefield only really works, I think, if people are playing it the right way.
Yeah, all right.
Sometimes.
All right. Jesus Christ! Now you're going to tell people to stop praying away the gay.
I do know my Battlefield.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Clearly, kids.
Don't know my Battlefield. Which one of us has got their name in the credits of 2 Battlefield games?
It's me.
Not you. It's me.
It's definitely me.
It's definitely me.
You're lying. You're lying.
I worked on Bad Company, for God's sake.
Bad Company.
And the expansion packs for Battlefield 2090, 2142.
Cause I'm Bad Company.
Anyway.
Yeah, so, Halo 2 is great. Multiplayer's fantastic. They did the smart thing. They didn't try and increase the amount of players playing in each map. So you've got 4 versus 4. The weapons are all as you remember them being. Fantastic. Great. Hit detection great. It's all
Super
well
smashing
done.
great.
Very, 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 very impressed. I'm glad I didn't play it from release, though, because it was a shit show, apparently.
Well, the whole collection was, wasn't it? It was a mess.
But I'm looking forward to next month, or the next podcast, because I'm going to be reviewing Halo 3. And Halo 3 has ODST as like a download content add-on.
Yeah.
So I've bought ODST, so I'm going to do Halo 3 and Halo ODST all in one.
See, loads of people love ODST, and
I really like it.
I liked it much.
I really liked it because it was a little bit more stealthy, a little bit more. You've had to think about it. A little bit more difficult because you didn't have the life.
Is Halo Reach in the collection? It's not, is it?
No.
That's the best Halo game.
I didn't like Reach.
I fucking loved that game.
Bad Company. Anyway, so I'd recommend it. I'd give this a William Sadler.
You can't buy them individually, can you? You have to buy the whole collection.
But it's only like 20 quid now.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. William Sadler. It's fantastic. And also, he feels ridiculous.
I feel ridiculous.
I look ridiculous. Yeah, really, really, really entertained so far. Tune in next time for my review of Halo 3 and Halo 3 ODST.
Nah, that's all right.
Fuck you. Son of a bitch.
Right, okay, so I'm going to review next a film I watched last night.
Janis Joplin's autobiography.
No.
Joplin.
No.
Joplin for coins.
No. Why would
Joplin
I
for dollars.
No.
Joplin
I watched
for days.
Ex Machina by Alex Garland. It's Alex Garland, isn't it?
Jennifer Connelly.
Hold on. Yeah, Alex Garland. He of The Beach fame, and he of who wrote Dread.
Yep.
And maybe directed it.
Yeah, maybe.
The rumours.
He also wrote one of my favourite films, Sunshine.
Sunshine, yep, true. He writes a lot of films. Yeah. But
that was the first film where I was like, Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Good
he
actor.
might be alright.
Well,
he'd make a good Captain America.
I also thought to myself, Josh Hartnett probably should have played that role, but I'm glad he didn't.
Josh Hartnett's got no eyes.
Josh Hartnett has an awesome beard growing ability, though.
Yeah.
Have you seen 30 Days of Night recently?
No.
Fantastic beard.
Anyway, Ex Machina is about Domhnall Gleeson.
Doomhall.
He wins a competition, sort of wins. He may have been selected, he was selected.
Does he get a free CD?
No. But he gets taken to
DVD
a middle of nowhere,
Yep.
which is clearly Norway,
Yep.
and he gets to, hang out with Oscar Isaacs for a bit. He's got a beard and he's a bit of a self-indulgent jerk.
Wait, you mean Apocalypse?
Yeah. Ivan Ooze. And so Ivan Ooze has a robot that he's made, and it's an AI.
Is it like his Crow people? Because they weren't great.
Yeah.
They weren't great villains.
But
they
he's
weren't even as good as putties.
Talk to our robot and see if it passes the Turing test. It's not really a Turing test because it's a robot, but whatevs. We're going to see if it's a proper AI. If you think by the end of it, it is an artificial life. And then the story sort of goes in the sci-fi parable direction. It's very much like an Outer Limits episode, which Alex Garland's one of them directors who I think would probably one of those writers who would love to do that sort of thing quite often.
Are we going to talk about the Outer Limits after you've done your review?
No.
Damn it.
But it's a really nicely made, really nicely shot film. I am pretty much convinced he shot Dread. There's some very similar tones going on in there.
One of my favourite scenes in that film is the dance scene.
Yeah, it's just in the night. Yeah, there's a lot of 2001 references with the way certain shots are done in the bed.
It's the fact that dance.
The grating on
that dance. I've specifically done a similar dance.
Tear up this fucking dance floor.
Yeah, I've done a similar dance with a beer bottle in hand.
Yeah,
and then just gone into a dance. I've done that, and
there's
I really relate to a man who loves a machine.
There's a certain plot twist in it which I kind of saw coming a mile away. Not going to spoil it, but. It's a really, really well-made film. Really,
I'm not going to spoil. He is the thing.
Yeah,
it's Kurt Russell.
No, no, he's actually a knight in Azeroth. Domhnall Gleeson, isn't he? He's in Warcraft.
Who gives a fuck?
That film looks fucking good.
I haven't seen it.
I saw the teaser trailer thing. Well, the thing that was cammed from thing, And it was literally like 5 minutes of orcs having a drama. Like, it wasn't even like, we're orcs, we're going to smash. It's literally like, is my wife's pregnant and we're having a quiet moment together. Really nice.
I just don't care about Warcraft. I don't care about fantasy films in general. Like, I've struggled to get through Lord of the Rings. And I struggle even more now that The Hobbit exists, because I know that's a fucking pile of tripe.
Well, you shouldn't watch them.
Like,
Warcraft's
I miss
a lot
the
more
days
colourful
of
and fun. It's more
Hawk the
sci-fi.
Slayer.
Yeah, you got that in there.
And like you've got things like Krull. Miss Krull.
There's a reference to Krull in Warcraft somewhere.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you get a glaive and fight a demon?
You probably can.
Beastmaster, sorry.
Yeah. Ex Machina's nicely done. It's a very good character study type film. It's very much about like philosophical questions and stuff. What is life? What is it truly living? Who's manipulating who? What do we use to manipulate people?
I'm guessing it's a robot if that question's being asked.
Yeah, but yeah, really nicely done. I think to me, if I see a sci-fi film that's that could be an episode of The Outer Limits or Twilight Zone, they've done it well. You're done. You've done a good sci-fi. If it can feel like one of those episodes. Interesting
question. Someone asked me, not on Twitter, but in real life, because I interact with people. Yeah. Someone asked me if I think that that Doomhill Gleeson, Doomhill Gleeson,
Domhnall.
I don't know. Someone asked me if I think that he's also a robot.
Not in that, no.
And also Oscar Isaac.
Nah.
If they were also robots.
They kind of bled a lot.
Yeah. But the reason that they asked me the question was that when you see the house, it doesn't look lived in.
No.
It doesn't look like people exist there.
No, true, but he is also very rich.
They thought it was some sort of experiment. They made it seem like it was some sort of experiment where each of them was a robot of varying degrees. So you had the Ex Machina where it was the woman that looked like a robot. And you had Oscar Isaacs that was a robot that could bleed and possibly had organs that it relied on to power it. And then you had Doomhill Gleeson who could bleed but didn't have organs and was told that it was human. And then the interaction of each of those robots. And someone said that was an aspect that they picked up on. They felt like that was part of the film. I don't know if that's true, but it does give it an interesting twang. It gives it an interesting because it doesn't look like the house.
Just because the house isn't lived in, yeah. But he's rich and he's got a maid.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like people eat there. You don't see people eat very often.
Nah.
You see Doomhill Gleeson eat once.
Yeah. But he's very rich and has a very tidy house.
Oh, so that means you don't have to eat food.
Rich people have very tidy houses.
And he drinks alcohol. He could just be Bender. It could just be the Futurama prequel that we've always waited for.
But yeah. Watch Ex Machina.
Yeah, I'd recommend that as well. I'd give that a solid William Sadler.
Yeah. Now say words.
Alright, well, I'm going to talk about...
You need to not be drinking as you say words.
Ah!
God damn it.
I know, right? I do it every time.
Makes you sound terrible.
I know, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to get close to the microphone. I'm going to make love to the microphone. I'm going to get real close. My next review is for a little-known film called Ted 2.
Wow.
Or, as it's been subtitled, I believe, How I Stopped Worrying and Learned to Love the Bomb.
Yes.
That's the subtitle. I'm correct in saying that?
Feels like it.
It does. So I think Ted 2 is an okay film.
Lovely. I see you burping the mic, yes.
I think it's an okay film. I don't think it's a great film. I don't think it's even really a very funny film for a lot of its runtime. I just think it's fine.
Written by an unfunny idiot.
Well, you say that, and he seems to want to be funny so badly. Like, okay, so this is going to turn into a whip. That tasted wrong.
Good.
That tastes a bit like throw up, but it's
Lovely.
fine. It's fine. So Seth MacFarlane isn't a funny man. He isn't.
That's kind of a terrible person.
He's kind of a terrible person too. But anyway, so Seth MacFarlane isn't a funny man, and A Million Ways to Die in the West is something that we reviewed here, wasn't it?
Well, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
It isn't a funny film. It isn't a great film, but there are a couple of jokes I liked. Namely, the jokes in which Sarah Silverman and Giovanni Ribisi talked about anal sex. That was fine. One brief little fleeting moment I laughed. And then also the idea that people dying from a splinter and the doctor being just completely incontinent, just useless.
Right.
I found funny for a brief moment. I laughed when he was like, Doc, what were you meant to do? He had a splinter. Ha 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 ha! It's so merry. I made noises from my mouth that made me laugh. It sounded like laughs. And then I watched Ted 2, and it happened a couple more times.
Do they make more references to Flash Gordon?
But My problem, lots.
Yeah.
But my
That's what people
problem
remember
with
from the
Ted
first one.
2 is they picked such a stupidly, badly timed idea for the plot.
Yeah.
The idea of someone fighting for their right to have every opportunity that other people have it mirrors the fight for gay rights and and transgender rights and all this other stuff that's happening right now in a way that it makes it hard to find a comedy about that subject when it's a talking fucking teddy bear palatable. It makes it very difficult to sympathise with someone when most of the comedy is around that idea, and really you're dehumanising an argument that's actually happening now for people that genuinely have
goes on
stuff to
about
worry.
rights, but then half the jokes Seth MacFarlane does are friggin' homophobic, transphobic.
and about fat
the friggin'
people.
trailer had a massive transphobic joke in it.
Yeah, I mean,
it's fucked up.
That's my problem, is that you could make a funny film about Ted being mass-produced by someone like Hasbro, because Hasbro is the villain in the film.
All right. Actual Hasbro, not
Actual
a company
Hasbro.
like
Okay, fuck it, right, that's it. Spoiler time. Spoiler mode. Spoiler mode, spoiler mode, spoiler mode. We're doing the Terminator Genesis thing again. I'm sorry. So, we open up on Ted and his wife are arguing. They've just married. They're arguing. They can't get on. So Ted decides they're going to adopt a child. In doing so, they apply for a child, but it turns out that doing that has caused the government to become aware that Ted is an inanimate object that's come to life, thus not a person, and more property. And so Ted has to fight for his rights to be considered a human being. So his marriage is valid, his relationship is valid, his friendships are valid, his job is valid, so he can just be a person, so he can just function in the world. Right? They take it to the local court, and they fail miserably. They lose the case. But then they take it to the big court. What's it called for the whole of the country? Whatever it is in America, however their broken fucking law system works. But anyway, they take it in front of the grand jury, and the grand jury have to decide whether or not Ted can be considered a human. On the sides, you've got Donnie, the villain from the first one who had the child. Donnie is still trying to get Ted. But what he's told Hasbro, the company that makes various toys in real life, that if they get Ted and they siphon out that magic that's inside of him, they can make multiple Teds.
All right.
And they can make it so a toy. So every kid can have this friend for life, this funder buddy. So he's going to help Hasbro do that by making sure that Ted loses the case and is considered property, so they can steal him and only have to pay a small legal fee or have a small penalty incurred for theft of goods instead of actual kidnapping and so on and so forth, as it would be if he was human. Alright, that's the plot. Needless to say, Donnie fails. Hasbro fails. They cut all ties. Ted's fine. There is one joke that made me very happy. David Warburton is in this movie.
David Warburton.
As is the man who played Worf in Star Trek.
Michael Dorn.
Yes, and there is a scene where those two, as gay lovers, very happy in their relationship...
You mean Patrick Warburton?
Patrick Warburton, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. As gay lovers, they go to Comic-Con. Patrick Warburton, who does he dress as?
Joe from Family
No.
Guy. Worf.
No.
Hellboy.
No. Who is Patrick Warburton famous for playing?
Oh, the Tick.
He goes as the Tick.
Mm.
And who does Worf go as? He goes
Worf?
as Worf!
Ah.
And they're picking on the nerds at Comic-Con, and it made me laugh just to see those two dressed, and they're like damn nerds. And it's a little bit like, oh, that's sweet. Because they know that nerds made their, it's just like a nice little knowing joke that they are nerds themselves. It's not a specific, Anyway, so that's besides the point. That made me laugh. But anyway, so they go to Comic-Con, they capture Donnie, they stop him from stealing Ted. Ted is declared a human because he can love, despite the fact that he is a mass-produced piece of toy, Hasbro toy. He can love, he can interact, he has his own mind, he is able to adopt a child. His relationship continues being this horrible, horrible situation. He's just married because marriage is right, and he can't actually have sex. He doesn't have any nerves, so he can't feel interaction with other human beings. It's a very sad depression life. He might not even die. That's the crazy thing. This might actually be a horror film.
Oh, sweet.
When you think about it. But anyway, so yeah, they fail. Amanda Siegfried gets with Mark Wahlberg, because Mark Wahlberg is a 44-year-old man, and Amanda Siegfried is 27. But obviously, 27-year-olds date 44-year-olds. Mila Kunis left because John couldn't get over his relationship with Ted.
Wasn't that the whole point in the first film, then?
Yeah, but that's written over in the first 15 seconds.
Jesus.
Yep. So anyway, so yeah, just not a great film. Not really a great film. It's okay. It's like vanilla. I'm going to give it a Harrison Ford. I'd probably care more if it cared more, but it doesn't care anymore.
No, Harrison Ford doesn't care.
Yeah. He might not even know where the fuck he is half the time. So yeah, that's my review of Ted 2. I really get the feeling they just don't give a shit.
Seth MacFarlane doesn't. He's got Family Guy money.
Yeah, that's true. He just doesn't care. Like, I wish he did.
Yeah.
But he has a cartoon face.
He doesn't have to fight for anything anymore. He's not on the underside, like, trying to make something good. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
Family Guy signed through for another, 10 years or some shit. Who fucking knows?
Don't you wish that American Dad was more popular than Family Guy?
Yeah, it's better than Family Guy most of the time.
Yeah, I really like American Dad. I don't like Family Guy. American Dad, I still love that joke.
I've got a feeling Seth MacFarlane doesn't really write much on that. I get the feeling that some
American
people...
Dad?
Yeah, I think some people...
Because they do, like... Do you remember the musical episode with the hot tub?
Yeah.
And it had the song Daddy's Gone? It's actually a fucking incredible R&B song.
Actually, in the first series, Patrick Stewart singing Little Girls.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway, yeah.
Or when they killed 100 and some odd characters.
Yeah. They
just
had
a busload of characters, they just drive off the edge of the cliff. Anyway.
Do you remember the one with the flood? Where they had Kirsten Shaw as the woman who slept with...
I haven't seen that one. I haven't watched it for years. But it's better. My next review is going to be a really good cartoon.
Okay.
By the name of Bojack Horseman, season 2.
I thought you were going to say Thundercats.
And Thundercats. Thundercats is awesome. Even the new series of Thundercats, that was quite good. The new one.
By the power of Grayskull!
That's He-Man.
She-Man?
She-Man.
Caitlyn Jenner.
No.
That's cruel. I actually fully support you, Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner. I didn't mean that. That feels horrible. I feel like we need to edit that out. I don't want to make her cry.
You made her cry.
We have transgender friends. Like, well, you have one transgender friend that I know.
Couple.
You have a couple, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
As well.
Anyway.
There seems to be a lot more people that are coming out as transgender, and I feel like it's because it's supported. Don't ever feel like you're not supported. If you do feel bad, if you are having troubles, come to Critapocalypse, because I will talk to you in an honest manner. I won't make jokes. That joke was mean, and it was cruel, and I feel like maybe I need to have an exorcism, because I think I've talked about Seth MacFarlane for too long, and it's in my soul. It's in me.
I was going to talk about Bojack Horseman.
Well, let's talk about Bojack Horseman.
Bojack Horseman is a series where an animal tries to have sex with all sorts of other animals and people. But yeah, anyway, first series of Bojack Horseman was excellent. Really good series that that's debatable. No, it was excellent. That's jumped back and forth between like comedy and like proper drama every now and again. It had a proper soul
very
to it.
cliched though.
It was brilliant,
It
man.
was very cliched.
And the second series is excellent. Like
the second series is less cliched.
Yeah, the second series is entirely about a man who's succeeded and he's still not happy and he doesn't know why and he's trying to figure out what's messing him up the whole way through it, and he goes to some dark places trying to figure this out throughout the series.
It's just like, you know the line in The Dark Knight?
Yeah.
Where the Joker says that if I was a dog chases cars all day long, but if he caught one, he wouldn't know what to do with it. This is essentially just the breakdown of the dog that's bought the car, that's bit the car. It's found the car, it's done it. But what does that mean to it? Like, it has this goal that it's achieved, but what next?
They've made this show that, like, it's still setting up threads for later on, and it's still building things, and it's never finished building the world. It's constantly doing things. It keeps glossing over the questions you might ask, like, why are the animals and people having sex with each other, and why isn't this a problem? It finally answers the question of what meat do people eat in this series.
There's chickens bred for food.
Yeah.
And then there's chickens bred to be smart.
You're just walking around going, Buck! Like, yes, you can book Beck. Book Beck!
What is the name of the guy that Aaron Paul plays?
Fucking Todd. Yeah, who gets replaced with a dictator in one episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. The series is excellent. They made Mr. Peanut Butter a bit more likeable this series.
He was likeable before.
He was
kind
of like
stupid.
Yeah, he was just
It was simple.
But they've given him like he's got a bit more heart to him, and the whole story arc with him and Diane and what happens with them. And
do they? Is their relationship over?
No, because he invites her back home, doesn't he? At the end?
That's what I thought.
Because all sorts of stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, just come back."
That's one of the things I don't like about BoJack Horseman. It's kind of hard to tell when a character is sincere and when they are acting of their own volition.
You know they're sincere because the music stops playing and everything goes quiet.
Mr. Peanut Butter was lovely though. I like the fact. I love the fact they allude to breeds as well. Like there are breeds of dog, and he's like, I'm very loyal. I'm part Labrador.
Yeah.
Well, that's great.
The whole Bill Cosby episode where the Henry Hippopotamus and there's revealing the attacks that he's done on women, and it's like 8 of these women have accused him, and no one seems to want to bring him down. Like mirroring the whole Bill Cosby thing, where just recently he admits that he drugged women in court. Apparently,
he drugged them and paid them.
Yeah,
they were aware they were taking drugs, but he did pay them.
Yeah, but he admits that he's drugged women for sex and stuff, and now everyone's gone, oh, maybe we should pay attention to this. It's like you didn't pay attention when, like, what was it, 40 women or something came forward.
I paid attention.
Terrible human being. I think they regretted making Bojack's character in the TV series a Bill Cosby clone.
They didn't. No, it was a Full House clone.
Well, he's got the Bill Cosby sweater.
He's got the Bill Cosby sweater, but that's because John Stamos had that sweater in Full House.
Yeah, true.
That's a different. It was just a sweater. Yeah. Uncle Phil had sweaters.
Uncle Phil, good old Uncle Phil. He's dead. It's been a really good series, and it goes to some nice places here and there. It has a really nice exploration of characters.
Did you like the episode where what's his manager's name? I need to pee.
Princess Caroline.
Princess Caroline found out about her boyfriend being a kid.
Well, she didn't find out he was a kid. She still thinks that he isn't.
Right. Stole them.
Anyway, season 2 of Bojack Horseman was excellent. Matt's gone for a piss, so I'm going to drink more Copperberg. Yeah, the way it does jumps back and forth between comedy and deeply serious drama. It's an actual proper dramedy. It's not one of these ones where it's like there's this boring ass drama and every now and again they chuck in a joke. They go full comedy and they go full drama, and they make sure that it segues between the two perfectly. And Bojack's like a really interesting character who could easily not be a horse, could be played by anyone, and that's what makes it important. They don't make the fact they're animals the joke. They use it occasionally because, you gotta. If you can get away with a joke about, like, cats being cats, then you should. But yeah, I highly recommend Bojack Horseman Season 2, which is on the Netflix now. Now we're going to wait for Matt to come back, and I'm going to drink some more cider. I'm back! Been waiting for you to start your review for the last 15 seconds.
Can I not talk about Bojack Horseman for a brief minute?
I don't know, can you?
I can talk about Bojack Horseman for a brief second. One of the complaints I had for the first series, that was it felt quite cliched. We'd seen that sort of redemption story from an aging
That's
star.
why you use cliche to frame the device.
You did.
To surprise you with the drama.
The problem was that a lot of the jokes were around the creatures they were playing and what job they did and stuff like that.
I love the whole build-up to Liz Gecko.
Yeah.
It turns out Liz Gecko's just a person.
And I don't mind that whatsoever, but the problem was that it was too long. The series was too long. 12 episodes for the first series?
Yeah.
This series, 10 episodes.
It's 12.
12 again?
Yeah.
Oh, it felt shorter. See, it felt shorter, it felt quicker. And it was nice.
The episodes are all 25 minutes long. The first series, the episodes jump about a bit in length.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one of them's like 35 minutes long, I think.
But I really liked it. It felt great. It felt unified. Like, they had a goal, they had a target. It wasn't as meandering. They weren't following the cliches. And it was free to just do what it wanted. And it was fucking awesome. Really, really like Henry Winkler is still a star there.
Yeah.
And I love...
He was in that one episode of... was it? Not CSI. Yeah. Law and Order.
And I just... the universe feels...
I really want a actual game show of Hollywood celebrities. What do they know? Do they know things? Let's find out.
Yeah, with Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, created by J.D. Salinger.
Actually Daniel Radcliffe as well.
Well, he was in the last series, wasn't he?
Was he?
Yeah, remember there's a party one and he gives Daniel Radcliffe advice.
Really briefly. He actually references that as well, doesn't he? Oh, that's pretty cool. I love the joke as well.
He recognised me.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm not really Bojack Horseman. I'm not. I don't remember you. Oh, Diane, how's your mum's pie in the end? Oh, how's it going?
Like Lisa Kudrow's character. Really.
Yeah, that was really cool. The woman in the coma, which is like,
coma for 30 years.
If I stop clicking on stuff for 90 seconds, it charges me $5 per minute. I was like, that's great. That's actually how. It's a joke about apps as well. It's great.
Apps.
Really good.
It was an app joke.
It was an apps joke.
Yeah. But excellent series, man.
Yeah, really, really good. I highly recommend it. And Netflix is so fucking cheap. I don't understand people not having it.
I would like it if they had some good films on there. Just one or two.
You know what's really weird? They've got more older films I would say were good than newer films I would say were bad, though.
They've got a lot of asylum crap and a lot of
asylum
terrible
crap,
shit, cyborgs and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I don't need zombie ass Toilet of the Dead on Netflix. I would quite like a collection of Yasujiro Ozu films, please. Maybe some David Lynch or some Cronenberg.
I would like it if I could watch every Tetsuo the Iron Man film in a row.
There's no X-Files on there anymore. They took X-Files off.
Oh.
I was going to sit and watch the X-Files before the new series starts in January.
Netflix?
I have to try, but apparently Hola Unblocker's very dodgy right now.
Really?
Yeah, apparently it's like breaking your data open and...
Well, no, just use it with HTML5. Use Firefox instead of Chrome.
I'm not using Firefox because last time I used Firefox, remember I got that thing installed on my computer that fucked it up.
Yeah. Oh shit, Firefox, you in trouble.
I'm sticking with Chrome now.
Alright, fair enough. Well, I am on Firefox again. Until Spartan comes along.
Spartan?
The new Internet Explorer for Windows 10.
It's called Spartan?
Yep.
God, give up on Halo Internet.
No, Halo's great. No, anyway. My next review... my next review is
your last review, isn't it?
My last review.
Is it?
My final review?
You started, didn't you? Yeah.
I did. So this is my final review. That's sad. I'm going to miss you guys when you're gone.
No.
We'll be back again in 2 weeks, though. And then, after those 2 weeks, we'll be back for our year anniversary! Oh, wow!
Get on with it.
Alright. My last review is going to be my weekend in Asgard. So anyway...
I was waiting for my weekend at Bernie's. Damn it.
It's funny you say that. So Thor, the Odin son, died when we were hanging out. Apparently his race of beings don't handle cocaine great.
Shit.
So he died. And we had to go and see Odin and explain the situation. But Odin thought he was still alive thanks to a conveniently placed belt. So, a whole situation happened. So it's weekend at Asgard or weekend at Odin's Sons, depending on where you go. Finland, it's called Odin's Son because that's a more recognisable name. But anyway, we hung out. We pretended that Thor was still alive. There were some hijinks. Andrew McCarthy was there.
Which one's Andrew McCarthy?
The one who wasn't in House 2.
Oh.
House 2 is a great film.
House Party 2. With Kid and Play.
With Kid and Play. And the old condom. Where he takes out the thing and it's dust. It's like, oh no. My last review is actually going to be for the Xbox Live title So Many Me, which was free this month, along with Black Flag, which we have spoken about previously and recommended highly because it is a fantastic game, especially for free.
Black Flag's albums are really good.
You mean Anti-Flag?
No, Black Flag. They did TV Party.
Alkaline Trio?
No, Black Flag. We got nothing better to do.
Looking for corpses, dusting for friends. Played up the flavors.
Alkaline Trio suck.
I like Alkaline Trio, sir. Take that back now, you cad. You fucking whore.
Joe, we can all agree on suck.
What?
Lost Profits.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good they might have been. Their lead singer tried to fuck a baby.
I like the way you go. It doesn't matter how good they used to be. They were never good.
Ian Watkins, Benoit, that entire group, man.
They were never good.
You know who's also Benoit themselves?
Who?
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan.
He's well and truly Benoit himself today.
He's a racist.
Anyway, review.
Hulk Hogan doesn't like black people.
He said that he felt uncomfortable wrestling black people. Fuck, dude.
It's because they're massive
sometimes
wangers.
You keep your thoughts inside, mate.
No, you don't. Not if your thoughts are hidden by a thin skin from a hot dog. He's fucking red. Anyway, So Many Me. It's a nice little puzzle game. The idea of it is that you are like a piece of pollen from a large body of pollen, and you're searching for other pollen. And then the other pollen helps you to get past things with puzzles based around abilities that you unlock as you unlock more friends. It's very sweet. It's very cute. It's a fine game. I would give it a Henry Winkler.
That was a quick review.
And, I'd recommend it. It's free, so why not play it?
Is it like you sort of like Flower or something? Or is it
okay, so you know...
Puzzly.
You know, like Kirby's Dream Land?
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, the first Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy.
So it's a platformy, puzzly...
Yeah, it's a platformy, puzzly sort of thing, but instead of having one Kirby, you've got multiple Kirbys, and depending on which ones you've got, you can use different abilities, and instead of your rock going down to smash enemies, it stays in the air. So
that's not how rocks work. Oh.
So it can be like a platform. And it's, there's other bits and pieces, there's one that can make you float, and there's one that can give you a double jump. And it's a sweet little thing. It doesn't, I wouldn't say it was ever worth 15 quid, because that's the usual...
They're charging for it, fucking hell.
I would never say it's worth 15 quid, but it is worth a play if you can get it for free.
Do you remember when Xbox Live Arcade games were all like 4 or 6 quid and they were all like really small, simple little games?
Yeah, well, do you remember that Dead Rising Off the Record cost... No, Dead Rising...
Dead Rising Off the Record was dead cheap. Not Dead Off the Record, was it? It was the prequel Code Zero.
Code Zero. Yeah, that was £2.
Mission Zero.
200 Microsoft points are like £1.67. I loved it. That was a really good game. I played through it like 3 or 4 times.
I suppose they had to, though. Downloadable games were getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Because like Castlevania, they had to get special permission to make it a 250 meg game.
Yeah, but that was back in like 2006.
Yeah. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is still probably the best thing they've ever put on Xbox Live ever. Because I fucking love that
Case
game. Whatever it was called.
Case Zero is really good.
Wasn't Case Zero Resident Evil? Who fucking cares? So...
there is one other thing that I'd like to talk about, because I reviewed so many I feel like I've been good. I want to talk to you quickly. I say quickly.
About Jesus.
Nah.
Jesus?
Have you accepted Jesus as your personal slave?
No, I haven't bumped into any of the Mormons recently.
No, nor have I. They seem to avoid me now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's long hair. Ant, I was going to ask you a question. They recently announced that Resident Evil 0 was going to get a re-release.
Oh, yeah.
In HD.
Never played that. That's
You've never played Resident Evil 0?
It's the one I need to play.
It's one of my favourite Resident Evil games.
It's the one in the train, isn't it?
But, we've spoken about Resident Evil before.
But
Resident Evil 1.
Yeah.
We're going to now talk about Silent Hill.
Oh.
What's your favourite Silent Hill game?
Never played them.
What?!
I played them, but I can't play them for long enough to say that I could form a proper opinion.
Okay, which ones have
those
you
games
played?
tense the shit out of me.
Really?
Yeah, I can't stand like weird noises and shit. I can't bother with it.
See, they're great games though.
Silent Hill 2, I know what Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill 1 I played, but...
Silent Hill 2 is one of my favourite games of all time.
I had the Silent Hill 1 demo, and I remember playing that a few times and just being creeped out by the thing.
You could get through the hospital and then it stopped.
Yeah, but it was the walking down an alleyway hearing this creeping noise, squeaking noise, and you get down there, there's a wheelchair with wheels spinning. Like, those ones, stuff like that, Project Zero and all that, like, they all just mess with my head. Like,
Really?
Yeah, I can't get on with it. And Condemned.
I love Condemned.
Yeah, I like my horror games a bit more like Resident Evil, where it's a bit more sort of like splatter horror.
Yeah.
But creepy horror, I'm just like, I'm not having fun playing it.
Fair enough. No, yeah. I love anything like that. I think I'm striving to freak myself out most of the time.
They should do a game based on the website rotten.com.
No, they shouldn't. No one should do that. I always wanted to see a game in which there was no combat.
There's
but not like Outlast and not like
a game called Amy. It was
that
terrible.
Was awful.
Yeah,
that had combat.
And Silent Hill Shattered Memories has no combat.
Oh, it does.
No, the Wii one, the one where you've got the whole psychiatrist, the one they played on Game Grumps like over Christmas about a year and a half ago. No combat. You run from everything. There's
really?
Yeah, no combat in it.
See, I didn't want that. I don't want it where you can run. I want it to be a completely. I
would class Limbo as a horror game.
You know that spider thing in Limbo in the first few minutes?
Yeah, fuck that thing.
Freaked me out.
Apparently they had to cut down some of the deaths because Peggy were like, this is a bit too much, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you can't tell it's a child. It could be a midget.
It's Peter Dinklage. It's Gary Oldman in Tiptoes.
It's Gary Oldman in Tiptoes. That's great. That's awesome. Imagine that. That just the image of that alone is entertaining enough. Help yourself to another Copperberg.
I will eventually.
Do I have one now? Because we're going to go cook in a second.
Because I need to talk about my next review.
Have you got another review?
Yeah, because I've got one more left.
Oh, shit, yeah, sorry, I've just hijacked the time.
The big review.
I'm really sorry.
The big review.
The big review?
The big review for this week.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. It's the tiny review.
All right, go.
Very tiny.
You go, and then I'll talk.
I really liked Ant-Man.
So did I.
It very clearly was an Edgar Wright script and a Joe Cornish script. It had their fingerprints all over it, and you could possibly tell where Peyton Reed and who was the other guy? They got someone else in, didn't they? Came in and put their fingers in there to get the Avengers content in their spoilers. There's some Avengers references. Some of the references are really nice.
The Falcon fight was in there before they got hold of it?
No, I doubt that was in there when Edgar Wright was writing. I reckon that's probably the thing that got him to leave. Because you need to have the thing where he tests his powers and all that, but does it have to be an Avengers facility?
Don't you kind of wish that it was Iron Man?
I think that would have been a bit too much. I quite like Falcon, though, because
I like
Falcon needs
Falcon's
more stuff. Like,
right now, Falcon's one of my favourite heroes.
Yeah.
And if Rick
and he's good at comedy. Like
Remainder. If he gets to write a script for one of these films, Falcon will be one of the best Marvel films. Yeah. Without a doubt.
But he's like the guy who plays Anthony Mackie. He's like quite natural comedy guy.
Oh, yeah.
And friggin' having that
charisma.
sequence, that fight sequence, which was funny and brilliantly action-packed, is like...
He's so good at charisma and warmth, and it's nice to have that sort of range.
I do like, when I watched it though, like, some of the stuff's amazing. CG, of spoilers for the start of the film, but fuck, it's the first scene. Young CGI Michael Douglas was a pretty damn incredible effect. I was like, shit, because you think, like, you go back a few years and you watch Tron Legacy, and CGI Jeff Daniels is a very good effect, but it's like, it sticks out.
He looks like that guy from. Do you remember Star Trek? The guy that could turn into a
Odo.
snake. Odo. He looks like Odo.
But no, because that effect is really good. But to me, when I see that, I kind of give it a bit of leeway because the film is set inside a digital universe, and if he's recreated himself within the digital universe, he's probably not going to look exactly human. So I kind of give him a little bit of leeway that he's a bit uncanny valley.
Well, then,
but
what'd
the
you say
CGI
about
Michael Douglas was brilliant. Like the lips were a little bit off, but
do you see how they did it?
no, because the motion cap. Michael Douglas was in there. The motion capture.
The eyes and the
Yeah.
mouth are him,
Yeah,
and then it's just the skin smoothed. It's almost like they do for models.
yeah.
It's really good.
But
Really
it was a very good effect, and
I preferred older.
I do
Michael
like they
Douglas,
brought back John Slattery as older Howard Stark.
That
'cause
was cool.
It would have been very easy to get Dominic what's his face and
It would have, but
old man makeup him up, but that ties it to Iron Man 2, which was the last time John Slattery appeared. And John Slattery's an underrated character actor. Fucking should be in more stuff. He was in friggin' probably the only good thing about what's it called? The something bureau. The Adjustment Bureau. Probably the only good thing in that film.
I like that film.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's a silly film, but it's well done.
It's Anthony Mackie
well
in that
shot
as well.
Yeah, he is. He's the guy that helps him.
Yeah.
I love Anthony Mackie.
But it's a
about him
heist
for
movie,
days.
pure and simple, and it does do a lot of build-up, and I like that it built up. And one of the things I really like was that's the first time we've had a superhero in the Marvel Universe that is just a regular guy who's been flung into something way bigger than him. The closest to that is Captain America. He got a sickly guy, but he's like,
Falcon.
as soon as he gets his superpowers, he's instantly fighting Nazis.
Falcon's
in
the
that film.
closest we've got.
Yeah, but he hasn't got his own film. I mean, like actually following
Yeah.
their own thread. But Falcon
I
was quite
really
well done.
want Falcon to have his own. I want him to take over as Captain America.
You could at least chuck him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. for a week or something.
No,
Like-
he deserves more than that.
Yeah.
Even if he had a film that only cost. All right. So what is the average? Like
There's
rate?
Marvel films, they're spending like 150, 200 million each one.
20 mil. You can make.
Wasn't
a decent
Avengers
film
2
with
the
Falcon.
biggest budget film ever made?
Falcon, you can make a decent film for 20 mil, and it would basically be Falcon.
Not
is a
these
human,
days.
He'd be a human being, broken down. Like Shield are like, we need to send you in.
You could probably do a Hawkeye film for 20 million.
You could do a Falcon film.
Falcon, you got flying wings and CGI
No,
effects.
don't need
and
the
fucking-
flying wings. Don't need the flying
He's not
wings.
Falcon if he's not flying.
Yeah, he is. Falcon is a highly trained operative.
But it's Falcon.
He's an incredibly well-trained
Marvel
operative.
film.
Take Captain America. Captain America didn't have to have his shield for Captain America 2 to be a great film. Take away Captain America and replace that with Falcon, it's still a great film.
Yeah.
If you took Falcon and had him infiltrate the remainder of S.H.I.E.L.D. as a S.H.I.E.L.D. operative working with Hydra within the ranks of S.H.I.E.L.D., that'd be incredible.
He needs to fly.
He can fly. Say the finale, he has to escape an exploding complex. But there isn't any sort of like, it's not like, say it's a piss take, a bit like the Thomas the Tank Engine scene in Ant-Man. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen the fucking trailer. But imagine if it's a bit like that, where he's flying out, there's this incredible fire shooting out everywhere. It's like, oh my god, he might not make it. And then just as he comes out, he launches himself out, tucks the wings in, launches himself out a small escape hatch. And as he launches himself out, all you see is an incredibly far away distance shot, and just a there's like this tiny bit of fire shoots out the end of this like escape hole, and then he just flies off towards S.H.I.E.L.D. Towards the Triskelion.
Bit late for that now.
No, it's
He
not
needs
too
to
late.
fly everywhere. He's Ant-Man. Not Ant-Man, he's Falcon. He
He
needs
doesn't
to fly
need
everywhere.
to fly. That isn't what makes the hero the hero. Rick Remainder understands
What
that.
makes him Falcon?
No. That's just his name. And in the comics, he's named Falcon because he can communicate to a fucking bird.
In your old ones.
If he didn't have wings, there needs to be Falcon because he's hanging out with a falcon. He can talk to falcons. It's like Aquaman wouldn't stop being Aquaman because he couldn't talk to fish.
He kind of would.
He'd be fish dude.
No one likes
He'd
Aquaman.
still be Aquaman. He'd still be in the water hanging out.
It's Jason Momoa, isn't it?
Jason
As Aquaman.
Momoa. It's Khal Drogo.
Yeah. He should be Lobo.
He should.
Either him or The Rock should be Lobo.
Ron Perlman should be Lobo.
Fuck yeah. Ron Perlman in the 80s and 90s maybe.
Now. Ron Perlman now. Because he's got the grey hair already. Just needs to
true.
grow out.
But
Charlie Hunnam.
no. Ant-Man is just like really enjoyable, fun adventure film.
Wait.
Has some silliness.
You're doing this wrong. Give us a plot synopsis. No spoilers. Tell us what happens.
Steve Lang is a guy who steals some shit, breaks into places and steals some shit.
How do we meet Steve Lang? And
He gets released from prison.
what happens whilst he's in prison?
He punches a dude in the face.
No, he doesn't.
That's about all that happens. We
He
don't
gets
see
punched
much.
in the face.
Yeah, and he punches a guy back.
And then he punches the guy back and he says,
Then
what?
he leaves.
No, what does he say to all the people?
He loves that guy. I can't remember. He said something.
He says, you guys have a really weird way of saying goodbye.
Yeah.
And then, cut to Scott Lang. What does he try and do?
I don't know.
Well, no, he tries to go straight.
Yeah.
How does he do that?
He goes to work at Baskin Robbins.
Okay, and what happens in Baskin Robbins?
They find out.
Find out what?
I don't need all that. He's a guy
Yeah.
who made a career breaking into places and steal some shit.
But
He
when
gets
they're taken
let
away
out of
from-
prison.
Yep.
He tries to break into a place and steal some shit, steals a suit.
Yeah.
And then Hank Pym's like, yo, I need you to break into a place and steal some shit for me. And he's like, I can do that.
But
As a
why,
man.
why does he break into the place and steal some shit?
To get the yellow jacket.
No. Before that, the first time, when he goes
To help his daughter. There's
Yeah.
a nice little daughter thing going on.
His daughter is incredibly cute, isn't she? She's lovely.
Don't say that, man.
Not in a sex way.
Disgusting.
No, she's adorable.
Right in, Watkins.
She is adorable. She's incredibly
love-
adorable.
Um,
She's a great actress
the bit
as
where
well.
there's like the friggin' fight going on.
Yeah, she's...
And it cuts. You just see this epic battle going on,
Yeah.
and then it cuts back, and she's watching a train set with these lasers blowing up
Yeah.
things like just from distance.
Do you, So should we go into spoiler territory for the last,
Nah.
because we can just do 2
Nah.
minutes, because I genuinely need to ask you a question. I think a lot of people are going to ask your opinion of this, because it's going
No
to be
one's
things.
gonna
So
ask me anything.
spoilers
No one asked
for
me
1
anything.
minute, 26 seconds. Peyton Reed
Yeah,
is the name of the bad guy as well?
no, he's the director.
Who's
Peyton
the
Reed's
bad guy?
director. The bad guy in it was fucking what's his face? I forgot his fecky.
No, fuck it. Anyway, Yellow Jacket.
Yeah.
Do you like the twist that the Pym particles are affecting his mind?
Well, that was their excuse for how they can explain away that Hank Pym's a little bit of a dick
He's a wife
because you
beater.
couldn't have him beating his wife
Yeah.
in a Marvel film nowadays, but they want to make out that maybe the particles mess with someone's brain
Yeah.
and all this sort of stuff.
But
Works very quickly on
at
what's
that
his
point,
face.
he has never shrunk using the particles. He's only been in their
You don't know
proximity.
really. You think he's kind of messed around with shit a lot.
No, because you don't. You don't know because he gets in the Yellow Jacket and that's the first time he shrinks.
I don't know if it is. I reckon
Because-
he's probably done it already.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Because there's no allusion to that.
Because he knows how to use that costume very well.
Well, he knows how to use the lasers.
Hmm.
Hey, do you were you hoping for a little Doc Ock cameo? Like,
No.
I was hoping that they have like one of the arms, and they'd have it spliced open where they were
No,
getting the
'cause
technology.
They can't have him in there.
But no. Spoilers over now. That was 1 minute 26 seconds. How good was that?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't. It was 1 minute 10 seconds. Anyway,
All right. Well, it's
fucking-
close.
it was a good film. I enjoyed the shit out of it. It very much feels like an Edgar Wright film at time, but I don't think Peyton Reed's got the editing skills,
No.
shooting skills to make those jokes exactly
And
work.
also, he clearly followed the test footage for shrinking
Yeah,
from Edgar Wright, but then he couldn't do it himself in the fight scene. Have you noticed that?
yeah. He just sort of pops into vision.
Yeah. Well, if you watch it like really carefully, the scenes where it's Edgar Wright's like stuff and it's very heavily influenced by him, you can see different versions of him as he shrinks down, like
Yeah,
layers.
yeah.
Yeah. But when it goes to Peyton Reed's
Well,
finale,
Edgar Wright didn't direct any of it though.
I know, but he had basically set the groundwork. He had almost
Yeah, but Edgar Wright did that test footage ages
Yeah.
ago. Yeah,
and the test footage follows that idea where he shrinks
Yeah.
down to time. But when Peyton Reed's final fight scene comes, it's just
yeah.
straight away,
Yeah,
big
no.
small.
He's got no trouble getting big. That Scott Lang.
No, it doesn't.
No.
How good was the backstory scene though? The thing with the nuke going. I thought that was really good.
It reminded me of Saints Row when you climb up the side of the nuke. Yeah, and don't want to miss a things playing.
Yeah, for anyone who missed that, I just spilled Pear Copperberg on myself.
Is it Saints Row 4?
It was Saints
Yeah,
Row
'cause
4.
I haven't got that game. I only played it on the free
Johnny,
weekend.
Johnny, I'm going down with a bomb. What? I could steal. I'm going down with a bomb just to hear you. It's incredible.
That opening sequence is amazing.
It was amazing. It was really good. Saints Row 4 is actually, some of the jokes in that are great. It's just the boss battle at the end let it down.
I didn't get that far through it
Do you
because
not?
I played it on the free weekend, so I played
Would
as
you
much
like
as I
to
could.
borrow it? I've got it on the Xbox 360.
I've got a save file on PC now.
Oh.
I'm waiting for a good sale on Steam and I'll buy it.
But anyway, that was episode 21.
I'll give Ant-Man a Paul Rudd.
Yeah, I give Ant-Man a Paul Rudd. Really surprised.
He's already got a Paul Rudd.
He was great in that.
Yeah.
Really didn't expect him to be that good.
Yeah, I like his insistence that they call the Avengers first.
Yeah. Michael Douglas was good. Michael
he's
Pena
excellent,
was
isn't it?
incredible.
Yeah, that was entertaining.
Michael Pena at the end as their...
His whole explaining what's going on. And
No, not even that. Where he's
build-up
like, oh shit, I forgot that guy. He goes back to. He's better than Superman.
Yeah.
He goes back to go and save the guy.
That's
that
one
he
thing in
knocked
the
out.
Marvel films. They remember to rescue people.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Superman didn't do that.
I love. Oh, actually, thinking about it, you know the Avengers.
Yeah, there's a whole sequence with them rescuing
Avengers 2.
people.
I miss what I missed in Avengers 2. That they had in Avengers 1. Fucking Greenhorn's Captain America falling into the station. He's like, "Ma'am, I really need you to just like everyone stay safe. Shit, there's an alien. The alien throws a grenade and he uses his shield to protect himself and then flies out fucking with. Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, God.
What's next on the Marvel? Civil War, isn't it? That's next.
Civil War's next. We've also after that got Black Panther,
Yeah.
but we've got Fantastic Four this year.
I think Spider-Man comes in quite quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to Fantastic Four.
I'm not.
It's based on the Ultimate Universe, and I'm a really big fan of the Ultimate Universe.
I got a feeling it's going to be fucking terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, that's Critapocalypse episode 21. Thank you for following us. If you like the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe. If you don't, let us know why. Let us know what we can change. We're fickle human beings. We're more than happy to change ourselves. You can find us at Critapocalypse on Twitter or at LV54 Space Monkey. That's Anne. If there's any questions you have, any biting concerns, anything, please let us know through iTunes or any of the other formats we're on currently. We really need your help to
I don't think I've
perfect...
checked the iTunes thing for ages. You
There's
kind
no
of don't need
reviews,
to do
don't worry,
anything.
I've already tried. There is absolutely nothing we're willing to do to make you happy because you are the people we're
There's
doing
absolutely
this for.
nothing we're going to do to make people happy.
Exactly. This is our
Yeah,
venting.
fuck
This is
you.
our situation. We love the fact that people do listen to us because there are a few listeners out there, but we hope you have a great day. And, good day to you all.
What?
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 A moron says what?
Ha ha! Ah. Let's do it once more. I'm gonna pee again!
Okay. Bye.